Hey guys, it's Vintage Vinny, and I have my town-wide yard sale haul for you today. Got a great assortment of stuff, and I'm looking forward to sharing it with you all. Stay tuned! So I got up at about 7:15, got ready real quick, and headed out the door to the sale. It's literally right down the road from where I live. There's a shopping center where I parked because on this street, cars were parked everywhere, and I was not about to deal with all that madness. So I went ahead and parked at the grocery store, and then I just walked right down, and it was a quick little stop. So I was out from probably 7 o'clock in the morning to about, I would say, 12:30, 1 o'clock-ish. Needless to say, I was pretty exhausted. And I've got most of what I wanted to sell from that sale up on eBay right now. I still got a few other things that I have to do. But let's go ahead and jump right into this. I'm sure you all are looking forward to seeing it. I was excited to find it all. Alright you guys, so the very first item I'd like to share with you all in this haul video is this awesome 1920s Art Deco lamp. Now, the reason that I snatched this was because it reminded me a lot of the lamp that my grandmother had from my great-grandparents' wedding. They wed in 1927, had 6 children, and many grandchildren. My grandmother had this in her house for many, many years after the death of my great-grandparents in the early 1980s. My grandparents traveled back up to Massachusetts where they were located and helped clean out the house, and this was one thing that they wanted. We still have that lamp in our garage, and I plan on keeping that one because that one has family history. Now, funny enough, when I found this lamp, I found it laying like this, upside down, and at first I thought this was a hanging fixture because of the way it was laying, but something about it told me that it wasn't. So, a few of the crystals were missing off of this, and if you all remember, in one of my antique store hauls, I found a bag of them for $4, and they match the exact same style that are on these drooping leaves here. Now, I got this for free. Yes, you heard me correctly. Capital F-R-E-E. And like I said, it was laying the opposite way, facing the base facing up. And I guess I was the only person who took an interest in it because the guy selling it said, go ahead and take it. And I was like, okay, thank you. Now there is one little key component missing to this Art Deco piece. There's supposed to be a vase that goes right in between the 3 stems here, and it was supposed to, I guess, be multi-purpose. Flower vase, lamp, and I think during different holiday seasons or different times of year, maybe you'd put like fake eggs in here. I think if you were putting this in the dining room, which is what my great-grandparents did, they would probably put like faux fruit or something in there. Now the one that we have that's from my family does not have this. But it does have the original vase and all of the crystal pendants intact. In terms of what I can get for this Art Deco piece, you would be pleasantly surprised to know that this actually does not sell for as much as you would think. We're actually going to go ahead and put this in my dad's antique space. We're going to probably put $30-35 on it. Let me show you guys the great detail of this piece. It's not exactly the most tasteful lamp out there, but to somebody that has, you know, a vibe of Art Deco and just loves that era, I'm sure they will love to have this. Overall, in very good condition. It does have some paint issues and some chips on some of the decorative metal, but you know, you expect that with age. I did go ahead and test it and make sure it works, and it did. All the sockets are in working order. There's one dangling socket down here that I'm going to have to try and fix. My dad's going to help me with that. And we are going to have a blast trying to sell this. So I have one more larger item that I'm going to share with you all, and then we can get into the smalls. Another really fun piece that I picked up is this really awesome tin Christmas tree stand. Now, this isn't for my aluminum Christmas tree, but for a real one. I've been seeing these a lot lately, and some people really want a lot for them. I got this from a person who has a booth in the same place my dad does, and she was ready to wheel and deal. And she had $12 on it. I asked if she would take 8, and she gladly accepted. It's in beautiful condition. I mean, very rustic, very, I guess, farmhouse, if that's kind of the thing going on right now. I like this because where I live right now, I'm out in the country. So this is exactly kind of like a depiction of what you would see in the wintertime. Lots of kids, a really nice, open view, like not industrialized areas, just a lot of farmland and very family oriented and just a very cool place to live, I think. And the people are so nice up here, and I mean, you get your fair share of like rude and everything, but you're gonna get that anywhere you go. But what I really liked about this piece was the fact that it came with the original box. That just sold me immediately when I saw it. I was afraid someone else was going to snatch it, so I piled it up with a couple of other things. I have a lot of smalls to share with you in this video, so let's go ahead and jump right into those. Alright, you all, so in no particular order, let's go ahead and jump into all the smaller items. So one of the very first yard sales that I went to, it looked like she had just come from an auction or she had just cleaned out somebody's house. So I got a whole bunch of awesome things for $5. And I'm going to go ahead and show you a couple of those items right now. I'm not sure if somebody will actually buy these, but maybe I'm wrong. So I have 2 new old stock baby outfits, probably from the 1960s. One for a baby girl and one for a baby boy. Never been used. Look to be very clean considering the plastic covering is a little messed up. I can't remember what I paid for everything a piece. It was probably like 20-something cents. I can't remember. I just know I got a whole bunch of great stuff for $5. In terms of what I think I can get for these, maybe $20 a set, give or take. 20, 25 bucks is what I think I can get. So I found one of these, and if you follow me on Instagram, you would have already seen this. This is a vintage alley-oop doll. It has a marking on it for 1960 from the Christie Manufacturing Corporation, which was headquartered in Fayetteville, North Carolina. I've done research on eBay, I've done research on Etsy, I've done research on any other place that I can find vintage, and I can't find another one of these. But I'm going to use him for a Halloween display. I think he would look great. Now, it almost looks like he was made out of a sock, because judging by the look of that fabric, that's definitely sock material. Overall, in very good condition. Like I said, I've never ever seen this before, and I have yet to find another one. So I thought that was really cool. So also included in that $5 goodness was a bag of different buttons. All of this is going to go to Miss Stone Home for crafting. There were a few pieces in here that piqued my interest, and I thought were pretty cool. I don't want to bore you with all of the things, because this isn't something I'm really normally interested in sharing, but when I find them cheap, and I know Miss Stone Home will appreciate them and use them, I think she's going to like those. Let me see if I can find the one that really... Oh, here we go. This one was really cool. They're squirrels. Now, I'm sure she'll probably do something for fall with those. And I also know that she likes things that are new old stock and still have the price tags on them. So this one. And then these ones, I like the color of the packaging and the buttons. So those are just a few examples of what's in there. Found a tin Easter egg in a peachy color. On the back it just says made in England, and then I guess all of the candy was made in the Republic of Ireland. So all of these little charms and stuff here, which I'll go ahead and dump out, and we will go ahead and take a look at in just a sec. Since there are a lot of duplicates in here, I'm gonna go ahead and share with you all just like maybe one of each item. So we've got a lot of these fireman hats. I got them in red and white. Miss Stoneholm's gonna love these, I think. We've got a pin for Vacation Bible School, which is kind of interesting. I'm not interested in any of the religious type stuff, but I really liked the font and the stamping of that company logo there. We've got a doll shoe, which looks similar to a Tammy doll accessory. Got a bunch of these different locks, and there's cowboy hats. Oh no, fireman hat, sorry. And then there was this piece that I did not know was in there until my dad looked through it. This is a flicker ring. They were a dime store toy back in the 60s and 70s, and I think they may have also been in gumball machines too. This one is advertising, I like Mr. Softy, and this was advertising a soft serve ice cream. Now I got one in gold, and I also have one in silver, which I'll show you later and what I picked out for myself. Now I have this up currently listed on eBay for $14.99. If this is something you are interested in, the link to my eBay shop is down below in the description. Then we've also got these like tin firemen, which I'm sure she'll have fun with. Looks like a little barrel of some sort. We've got watch heads and pieces. This looked like it had a watch on it at some point. And we got another little ring here, which is kind of cool. So yeah, that's everything that was in that bag that's going to go to Miss Stoneholm. And then for me, so these are the items that I got out of that bag for myself. As I mentioned before, the flicker ring. Here's the silver one. Let's see if I can get it to focus for you all. I like Mr. Softy, that's in silver. We got this really awesome rah-rah football pin on the card. I think that was really cool. And to go with it, there is the football necklace, which is pretty heavy actually. Got this glass die. We got this little shoe, almost looks like a clown shoe. We got one of these little prizes that's in the original container. It's just a pink smiley face. There's a little fish rattle. This was really cool. You got this little boy devil. So he's really cool. I liked him a lot. He originally was a pin, but I broke off that piece because I didn't want it to poke me if I had to get into my jar for whatever reason. Saw this for the stuff that I'm going to give Miss Stoneholm. There was a bunch of these little mini charm locks. I picked out the one that was green and yellow. And the last piece that I thought was really, really cool was this souvenir bracelet from France. See if I can show you all the cool details of what's on each little charm here. We've got one that says Paris and has the Eiffel Tower on it. We've got one for the Arc of Triumph, or Arc de Triomphe. That looks just like a sailboat. We've got... Ooh, I'm gonna have a hard time pronouncing that. Sacre Coeur. And then we've got the Opera House, and then this is Notre Dame. I thought that was really cool. That was actually sitting in a bunch of random junk jewelry. Now, I don't normally buy jewelry unless it's something really interesting or unique, and this definitely falls into that category. I don't think it's enamel. My dad says that if I found an enamel souvenir bracelet, those actually tend to go for more money. And I'm going to throw that into my jar with a bunch of other fun stuff. So I believe that's everything that I got from that lady for $5. There was a few other things, not vintage, that I picked up. Actually, no, hold on one second. I completely forgot about this purse here that I picked up. It is from the 1960s, judging by the material. And it even has the original manufacturer on there. It says Victoria, USA. Let me see if I can get a better focus on that for you guys. Victoria, USA. It's very clean on the inside, I think. Hold on, let me focus. I think it was very clean. No rips or anything in the vinyl. I'm thinking for resale, I might be able to get 30, 35 bucks for that. Because of how clean it is, and it doesn't look like it was ever used. So that's going to definitely help with the value. So now we can go ahead and jump into some of the other things that I picked up. I think one of the first is this 1968 Princess Grace doll incorporated Hong Kong from 1968. I paid 50 cents for it. These dolls don't really go for that much on eBay. I listed her for 10, and I think that's probably the most I can get for her. She's got a little bit of damage down here, like, you know, someone drew on her with a marker many years ago, but I'm not going to attempt to take that off. I'm going to let the person purchasing this doll do that. Picked this up from Miss Stone Home for 25 cents. This is a really cute well planter. It's made by Rubens, Japan. No cracks or chips. I think she would really enjoy putting this out for spring and summer. I had this all wrapped up. All my footage for this yard sale haul got deleted because I thought it was from an old video, and I do that all the time. I should watch the videos before I delete them. But those were crummy anyway, and I think that was just a sign to me that I needed to refilm it. So I got that for $1. That's going to go to Miss Stone Home. And this also was $1. Actually, the guy gave it to me for free. It's a vintage apron spoon rest, and it says, "Oh, how I suffer," and there's a lady cooking on the top. I'm going to go ahead and put this in my eBay shop for, I think, $12.99, and I think I will have no problem selling that. That is very kitschy. I think someone would really enjoy having that in their kitchen. From one of the first sales that I went to, I got two things. I got this made in Italy 100% polyester family crest hanky. It says Aramus on it, and the tag is right here. Let's see if I can get it to unfold and I can show you what's on it. Turn it around. So it says made in Italy, polyester 100%. Not sure what that'll bring. Probably ask 8 to 10 on that. Now this I was pleasantly surprised to see because I've never seen anything of this name before. So this is what it looks like, or at least the box anyway. This is a Kent automobile license plate topper. Never been used, in very good condition. Like, this thing is pristine. And I only paid 25 cents for it. What I can get? Not 100% sure, because there was nothing on eBay to compare it to. I'm thinking I might try $100, maybe. Maybe that's just shooting too high. But when you don't see something like this very often... Oh, it's made of enamel. Re-enamel? Anyway, lost my train of thought. When you don't see items like this, or by this name at all, or have never seen it before, it's best to ask a lot more, and then take offers from there. When I was picking up this stuff, the family who was running this sale told me that they lived in England for a while, and I guess this must have been a souvenir that they got at a... In England, they call, I think, flea markets, car boot sales, thrift stores are charity shops. You get the picture. So this may have been something they picked up in their travels. Why? That's, I mean, very interesting. This was also part of the lot for $5. This is just a really old, beat-up coin purse. I'm going to give that to Miss Stone Home for crafting. I'm sure she would greatly appreciate that. For 25 cents, got this chick holding a basket. It looks like it was part of one of those floral arrangements. And as you can see, paid 25 cents for that. Now, for some odd reason, this little set of mini spoons I couldn't leave behind. It was from the same lady who sold me the Christmas tree stand and another item I'm going to share with you. But look at those. Aren't those cool? I mean, this would be perfect for tea, or putting honey in your tea, or for sugar. She had 3 on them. I think she gave them to me for 2. I think. No, maybe they were 3. It doesn't matter, but I'm going to keep those for myself. They're in the original box. I think they're made here in the US. Now, this is the last item that I picked up from that lady. This was $2. And I think these are new old stock Italian hankies. I have these listed in my eBay shop for $20. If you are interested, the link to my eBay shop, again, is down below in the description box. Definitely a very nice, like, powder blue, shabby chic piece. I think someone who purchases this is going to love it. Another Miss Stone home piece is a handmade beaded stocking. I know she really likes things like this, so I paid $1 for that. I'm sure she's going to absolutely love that. So this was another piece that cost me 25 cents. This is a Joseph's Original Merry Christmas deer in a sled. Perfect for Christmas time. I think I'm going to ask 10 to 12 on that. I'm sure somebody will scoop this right up because it is so darn cute. This was a fun little find. I got this really awesome bell with a candy cane on it. There's an angel holding a Christmas tree. It was marked Japan, and it was 50 cents. That's just going to be a fun little tchotchke to put in my vintage Christmas display. Last item for this clip. Now, if you watch Jocelyn and Sue, aka Crazy Lamp Lady and Sue Me, they've talked a lot about these. Do y'all know what this is? Do you give up? This is an Art Deco swivel arm bracket for curtains. I wish the person who had this had had 2, because I'm sure they would have sold for a lot more had they been a pair. But I think as it sits, because it's in such great shape, I can probably ask about $20 for it. And I'm sure someone will pay that. Very neatly done. The paint is still on there. And I would have never known what this was had I not been watching Crazy Lamp Lady. So I don't think Jocelyn watches my videos, but if she does, thank you for that little tip. From another yard sale, this is also going to Miss Stone Home. I found this Maryland Biscuit Company tin. As you can see, 50 cents. And what attracted me to it, and I know what she's going to like about it, are the fact that somebody stuck old Christmas stickers on them years ago. Now, we both live in Maryland, so this really appeals to both of us. And I knew that she could probably use this for storage, or if she just wants to put it out, she possibly can. Last thing for this haul video, which I thought was really cool, something I've never seen before, it's a tray, and for some odd reason, I just keep picking up them darn serving trays. This one is for gambling, or like for card playing. Lady had 5 on it originally, and then she said, how about 4? And I was like, okay. And what I think is really interesting is it tells you about the different hands or plays that you have. So, you know, for example, you've got a straight flush, which is royal, which I think is the highest hand that you can possibly have. And it just goes down the line and tells you what hand beats what. So, you know, a straight flush beats a 4 of a kind beats a full house beats a flush, etc., etc., etc. I thought that was really neat. I am going to have to clean it up a little bit, probably take a Clorox wipe to it to get all the dirt and dust off of it. But I just thought that was very interesting, very unique. I'd never seen anything like that before. So I thought that was fairly interesting. So that's everything I have for you. Let's go ahead and conclude this video. So that concludes my townwide yard sale haul. I think I found some great stuff, and I think I'm also going to make a pretty decent amount of money. Please give this video a big thumbs up, leave a comment below, subscribe if you haven't already. Click the bell next to the subscribe button if you'd like to know when new videos are posted. The link to my Instagram account is also in the description box, where you will see pictures of items featured in future haul videos. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you all later. Bye guys!